Portable oxygen concentrators, or POCs, that have been approved or meet the Federal Aviation Administration guidelines can be used on flights going to or from the United States. These POCs have been found to be safe for the user and everyone else on board the airplane. And all of the portable oxygen concentrators we sell comply with FAA guidelines. But just because a unit is FAA approved doesn't necessarily mean that every airline will allow it on board. JetBlue, like many other airlines, has its own set of requirements and list of concentrators that are allowed on its flights. JetBlue requires that you call before booking your flight to notify them that you will be bringing a POC with you. The following requirements depend on whether you will actually be using your portable oxygen concentrator on the flight, or if you're just bringing it and you only plan on using it after you've reached your destination. If you aren't using it on the flight, you will need to be sure that it is packed securely and safely, and it has to be stowed in the cabin. JetBlue requires that the unit is an FAA-approved model, or bears a manufacturer's label, usually red lettering, stating that the unit conforms to all applicable FAA acceptance criteria for POC carriage and usage on board. Most FAA-approved models are allowed. For a full list, see the JetBlue website. You'll likely need to pack extra batteries, as your POC can only be used with battery power throughout the flight, and you won't have access to outlets. The FAA requires that you carry batteries sufficient for the duration of the flight and 50% extra to cover any unforeseen delays. JetBlue will tell you exactly how much battery life you should bring when you call them. We recommend wrapping up your extra batteries separately to make sure the battery terminals do not come in contact to avoid damage. You'll need to bring a written letter from your doctor with you, and this letter needs to have a letterhead and be no more than a year old prior to your flight. JetBlue won't accept a generic form downloaded from the FAA website. It must be from your doctor's office. The letter needs to include whether or not you know how to operate your unit and recognize all of its alarms, the phases of the flight when you will be needing to use your POC, and the maximum flow rate as per the pressure in the cabin, which is pressurized to an altitude of 8,000 feet. You can download the physician's consent form for the use of a portable oxygen concentrator from JetBlue's website. You will also need to arrive at the airport at least an hour before your scheduled flight to meet with a crew member who will inspect your paperwork and give you a boarding pass. If you followed all of their requirements, you'll be ready for your flight with JetBlue. Please visit their website for more information on JetBlue's policies. Please contact us if you have any questions about flying with a portable oxygen concentrator. When you breathe easier, we breathe easier.